Everyone, this is DWS Darius, and right now you're looking at my 210 gallon aquarium. And today I want to talk to you guys about the significance of your aquascape. Your aquascape will dramatically affect the behavior of your fish, and today I have a perfect example. So yeah, this is my 210. I just gave it a fresh re-scape, something that I don't normally do. I use some man-made materials, so we have cinder blocks, we have fake statues and everything like that. The idea of this re-scape was an ancient ruin type of thing. It's a work in progress. Eventually the rocks or the cinder blocks will be covered with algae and with moss, and I believe over time it will look very cool. That was going to be the main topic of this video, but I saw something a little bit more interesting, and that is I'm getting more behavior from one of my fish that you never even knew existed. So once again, this is my 210. For those of you who follow the channel, you know that my famous Anonymous lives in this tank. If I could just get his attention, he's in that corner. That's Anonymous. This guy, he owns this aquarium, super territorial, and he is the main fish in his tank. And for the most part, he's the only fish you've been seeing. Now, he's been in his tank with a tank mate for a couple of months, but you never get to see the tank mate because he's always attacking it. And honestly, that tank mate was meant to be food. It's a convict cichlid. A while ago, I fed Anonymous a bunch of baby convicts. One of them got away, and that one has been living with him for about maybe 5 months, and he could never catch it, and he just started to coexist with it, but you guys never saw it. That fish stayed hiding because it wasn't safe, because it was being attacked by Anonymous. Here we are today. I gave my tank a re-scape, and this convict is all over the place. It's actually right behind the cinder block over there, and it's going to come out right now. It's hiding right now, but you see right there, just popped out. And this is the most active this convict has ever been, and Anonymous chased it around a little bit, and it's not even afraid. And the reason why is because I created an aquascape that just feels so much more secure, and that's because we have so many more hiding places. So obviously we have the cinder blocks that are easily accessible from the sides. This fish could go underneath the cinder blocks. This statue has a hole in the head. There's also a hole in the back that only she could fit inside. We have caves over here, and basically there's just a lot more escape routes, and because of that she feels a lot more safer, even though she has to live with this menace. So it's just something to consider. Your aquarium has to be a safe place for your fish. I believe that the safer your fish feels, the better off you're going to be as a fish keeper. You're going to be able to witness some more natural behavior, just more activity overall. And I think it was just pretty cool to see such a dramatic change of behavior from this little convict. And here we have it. This fish you guys never saw. I've had for months and you never saw it. And here she is today. Super interactive. Right now she's fighting her reflection. But just a huge 180 when it comes to personality. And it's all because she feels a lot more safe in this aquarium with so many more hiding places. Now, one of the most common questions I get is how to get more activity from my fish. You might have a fish that's shy or timid and is always hiding. How do you get that fish to come out more? And one of the things you should consider is your aquascape. You don't necessarily need a fancy aquascape. You just need something that makes your fish feel comfortable. In my case, I have my female convict living in a tank with pretty much a dinosaur. And of course, the best way for her to feel comfortable is with 10 hiding places. So she has so many hiding places all over the tank, and that's the reason why she comes out. But every scenario is different because all fish have different personalities. And of course, we keep different types of aquariums. So I'm going to say it's very experimental, and you're going to have to just go through trial and error, different rescapes to see what your fish likes best. But yeah, your aquascape will have a huge impact on the behavior that you witness from your fish. So yeah, that was pretty cool watching my convict react to my new aquascape like that, and I thought it was also very helpful, so that's the reason why that was the main topic. But now I do want to focus a little bit on the aquascape. As I mentioned, this was meant to be ancient ruins, something that I'm not really used to doing. I like to stick to more natural aquascapes, but in this tank we have a fish that's not natural. He's a hybrid jaguar dovite, and he is insane, and just want to mix it up a little bit. So here we have some man-made products. We have the cinder blocks. Cinder blocks have some pros and cons. One of the pros is that they have some nice caves. Don't really have to do nothing to them, just put them inside and you have some great caves. The opening, I think, is like 5 inches, so they could fit Anonymous for a little while. Eventually he will outgrow them, but for now They're pretty decent caves, and they also do have that ancient ruin type of look. They look man-made, they broke up, so they kind of fit the theme. The cons is that they are heavy. I weighed them, and these half cinder blocks are 20 pounds. That big one is 40 pounds. Altogether, we have over 100 pounds of cinder block in this tank, so that is very heavy. Not really a problem for my larger aquariums. If you remember, if you follow the channel, with my 125s and this 210, I used to pile a bunch of rocks with no problems. So these bigger tanks, no problems, but if you have smaller tanks like 55s, the weight definitely may be a concern. And also the cinder blocks are made out of concrete, and that may increase the pH a little bit. I'm not sure how much yet. I'm going to be testing it each week, but concrete does increase your pH, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Besides that, like I said, it does look pretty cool, and over time it will look even better. We're going to get some algae growth, of course, and I'm hoping that this Java fern covers everything. The reason why I have to hope is because this guy is in this tank. You can see I have wood silicone to the cinder blocks as well, but he's been ripping them up. You can see over here we have wood all around that he's been ripping off the rocks. So yeah, who knows if the Java fern is actually going to stay, because this guy is just such a terror. But if the Java fern doesn't stick, the moss will, not the moss, the algae will, and over time this will look very cool. But yeah, definitely something new for me, and let me know what you guys think about this ancient ruined aquascape. Of course it will look more natural if it was more greenery, but this guy is he's anonymous and he does what he do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the aquascape. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully the one tip was helpful. If you have fish hiding, try to make that tank as comfortable as possible, whether it's with your aquascape, whether it's with your tank mates, whether it's with your lights, your feeding. Experiment, do what you got to do, and make your fish feel more comfortable. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.